So guys, welcome back to part 2 of the chart pattern mastery. In this video, I'm going to talk about the reversal pattern. So without further ado, without further mumbling, let's go straight to the chart. Okay, type of chart pattern. In the last video, we are talking about the continuation, and right now we are going to talk about the reversal. Reversal pattern is working the best on the higher time frame. Well, this logic stands behind the higher time frame, the bigger effect that it will produce. Okay? So the first one is rising wedge. The rising wedge should be look like this. If you want to enter rising wedge, there is two different type of entry. The first one is the breakout. Wait, let me draw it. Here, the first one is the breakout right here. The second one is to wait for the pullback. The price already make a breakout, and then the pullback is your entry point right here. Why you should enter based on the pullback? Because if you want to enter correctly, or you are more conservative trader, you want to make sure that you have to wait for the confirmation, which is right here. This is the change of character or break of structure. I mean the behavior change, sorry. The change of character or the behavior change has happened right here. So you want to wait for the pullback, and this one is the confirmation that the breakout is valid. Okay. Then of course you want to wait for the valid rejection. Okay. So the second one. Second one is falling wedge, same case. Okay, the falling wedge should be look like this. This one is for the the bearish to bullish transition. So it was the bullish transition. You want to make sure that if you want to enter on breakout, go ahead. But if you are more conservative trader or more conservative entry people, you want to make sure to wait for the pullback like this, and the rejection to be right this. It's your entry point. You want to make sure if there is a rejection or if there is a retracement or pullbacks, you have to wait for the rejection or the valid rejection. Okay, the stop loss should be on the previous low, which is right here. This is the change of character or the behavior change. Right. So let's go to double top. This is very simple. Okay, it should be double top right here. The price makes like a mountain, but double mountain. Of course, the double top. The stop loss should be on the previous high around here, and the entry point you can enter right away on the breakout, or you have to wait for the rejection or the pullbacks around here. Okay, the fourth one is the double bottom. The double bottom, okay, it makes a valley. Okay, so it makes a W alphabet. Okay, this is the W, create W. The entry point, of course, you can enter based on the breakout, or if you are more conservative trader or conservative entry, you want to make sure to wait for the pullbacks and then the rejection at around here. Stop loss should be on the previous low, which is right here, and the take profit you can, well, subtract this one. Okay, the low and the peak for the double bottom, and then subtract it to the high like this. This is your take profit target. If you want to be more exact and take profit target, you have to use the Fibonacci tool. Okay, so I'm going to discuss about Fibonacci tool, how for you to really use Fibonacci tool in the right way in the next episode. Okay, so head and shoulder should be look like this. This is the head, and then the dual or the two shoulder around here. Stop loss should be on the previous low, which is the previous lower high, which is right here. Entry point for me, I'm not going to enter based on the breakout. I'm really conservative entry point. I want to wait for the pullbacks around here, the on entry point, and then a rejection for the valid rejection or the valid swing. It's my entry point. Okay, stop loss should be here, and I'm going to use the Fibonacci tool, measuring from this X, A, Y. Okay, here Y is my main take profit target should be around 1.618 Fibonacci number. Okay, the final one is inverse head and shoulder. Inverse head and shoulder should be a look like this. This is very simple. Okay, well, head and shoulder, if you inverse it, there you go, you have the head and shoulder. The stop loss should be on the previous higher trough or higher low, which is right here. Okay, and then, oh sorry guys, by the way, head and shoulder, if I'm mistaken right here, stop loss should be on the previous lower high, not the lower low. Okay, so for the inverse head and shoulder, the stop loss should be on the higher low or the higher trough, the previous one, which is right here. And for the entry point, of course, you can enter based on the breakout. If you see a massive candle breaking out the previous or the second shoulder right here. But if you are more conservative trader, once again, you have to wait, you have to wait for the valid pullback on the valid swing, which is look like this, pullbacks. Okay, wrong tool. Okay, wait, let me delete this first. Okay, the pullbacks, and then you have to wait for the valid rejection around here, and then you can start enter based on the rejection, and of course based on the change of character or behavior change. Okay guys, so that's finally the tips and trick. Our final point, the tips and trick is connect minimum of 2 swing point, okay, and then connect the highs or the low range. And if you want to better entry point, you have to wait for the pullback, not the first breakout. That's the tips and trick from me. So well guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have fantastic trading journey. In the next episode, I'm going to talk about more advanced pattern or hybrid pattern. Hybrid pattern can be used for the reversal or continuation. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment in this video, and don't forget to follow our TikTok and Instagram so you can get notified if I make this kind of video. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next week. Bye bye.